guys, welcome along to my channel. My name is Aoife and today we're going to play with some air drying clay. So for today's projects you're going to need some air drying clay. You will need a rolling pin or a hard bottle or anything that you can roll to smoothen out the clay. You can get as creative as you want. So next you're going to need some lollipop sticks or some slabs of similar height or something like this. It could be books or whatever. It depends on the thickness that you're going for. You'll also need a knife or some clay sculpting tools. And lastly, you're going to need some water. So let's get started. For the first project, we're going to make a decorative incense bowl holder. So for this, I used around 3/4 of a packet, but this will vary for you depending on the size of the bowl that you're looking to make. So I began by softening the clay. This is simply done by just squeezing it in between your hands. Then I began to roll out the clay. Basically, they say the rule of thumb is to not allow the clay to be any thicker than your pinky finger. You also don't want it to be too thin. So for this, they say to stay around 1/2 inch. After I rolled it out, I then placed it inside the bowl, gently and carefully, and then I gently tapped it until it was laying against the bowl. Next I trimmed the edges, and then I softened down the edges just with a little bit of water on my finger. I then pierced a hole in the middle with a skinny paintbrush. Then I left it aside to dry. Drying time can depend on where you are, the temperature, the humidity, all these different factors take into place. So I can't exactly say how long it'll take for you. Once mine was dry, I then began working on the legs, and I also had a little bit of clay left over, so I made a mini incense holder. I did this by just rolling out the clay and then forming it into a cone shape but with a flat top. Paintbrush. I then pierced it with a skinny paintbrush and left that to dry. For the legs, I first rolled it out, then I squeezed the sides with lollipop sticks in order to give it more of a square shape, and then next I cut them to equal sizes. In order to combine the two objects together, you have to do some scoring. Scoring is basically making scratches on the area on which both sides will meet. So here I made some scratches on the foot and then scratches on the bottom part of the bowl where they will meet. I also made some slip then to help combine them together. Slip is basically clay and water mixed together and it makes a glue. This can also be used to help fill in some gaps and cracks that are in your clay, which you can see I did here. Once everything had dried, it was finally time to paint. For painting, I decided to use a coffee water mixture. I quite like this colour, and the less water I used, the darker the coffee colour was, and so I decided to go with that method. And here are the results for our first project. For our next project, we're making a key tray. For this, I used about 3/4 of a pack of clay. I also stacked about 5 lollipop sticks together and taped them up, and I made 2 of these. I used these to help me for rolling out the clay. It was to make sure I don't go any thinner than this level. If you don't have lollipop sticks, you can use something else, as I said earlier. You could use something like books, pieces of wood. You can get creative. I'm sure there's something in your house that you can use. After I rolled out the clay, I then cut it to a shape that I wanted, which was kind of an oval shape. Next, I made a rim for the tray. I did this by rolling out some clay and then cutting it to size. I did some scoring on the tray and on the rim, combined them together. I then pinched the sides and smoothed it out with my finger in order to combine them together. and then smoothed out the edges just using a little bit of water on my fingers. Here I was trying to stamp in some flower patterns, but I wasn't quite happy with how it was looking, so I ditched that idea. You might have noticed here that my clay changed colour. Basically, my camera ran out of battery and I had to reshoot making the clay, which was with a different packet, and that's the reason for that. Anyways, and then I pressed the key firmly into the clay to make sure I got the shape inside the clay, because you have to remember that clay does shrink as it dries, so it might be even better to leave the key in it as it dries. I was then maybe a little bored or creative, I'm not too sure, but I decided to carve the word home on the top using a knife. You can use something a lot better than a knife. You can actually buy like letter stamps and you press the letter into the clay to make the words that you're looking for, but I didn't have those, so I just used the knife that I had. Once the clay had dried, it was time to paint it, and I decided to go using the coffee paint again. Here's a look at how the coffee colour would look if there's more water added to it, but again I wanted to go for a darker colour, so I added less water. Once each project was finished, I sprayed it with some clear top coat spray just to protect it, because if these do get wet, they will begin to turn back into the mushy clay again, so it is worth putting the protective coat on top of it. And here are the results. This next project caused me a lot of trouble. First I began by combining 2 packets of clay together. I softened them and began to roll them out. And then when I went to pick it up, it was stuck to the table. So this time I decided to place it on top of the bowl and roll it onto the bowl instead. I then cut around the edge. I used water to smoothen everything out. I even went through the effort of making a nice little base to go with the bowl. And then I left it to dry overnight and I woke up to this. From what I gathered, the reason that this happens is because of too much water being added to the clay, or the clay drying too quickly, which I believe is what may have happened for me. Also, a tip that you should know is that if this does happen to your clay, don't bin it. All you have to do is place your dried clay into some water and leave it for a few hours. Once it's all softened, you can take it out and begin combining it together. Allow the water to evaporate a little bit more, and then you can roll it out and begin again, like I had done here. So this time I decided to place it inside the bowl and press everything gently against the bowl. Once I was happy, I worked on the edges and then I left it to dry. So the solution I came up with to stop this happening again was to turn the project regularly to make sure it's drying evenly. And I also placed a piece of paper on top of the bowl while it was drying to stop the water from evaporating too quickly. And this seemed to work. It took longer to dry. It took about 3 days to dry, but it seemed to work. Once dried, I sanded down the edges to give a smoother finish, and then I painted it black. And here are the results for our decorative bowl. And for our final project, we're going to make a tea light candle holder. First, you're going to roll out some clay, and then cut it to a shape that you're happy with. I then placed the tea light candles where I wanted them to sit. I then firmly pressed down on each one. Next, I smoothed out the edges just using a bit of water on my finger. And then I left it to dry. I also left the tea light candles inside it in order to make sure they kept their shape. Once it was dry, I smoothed out the edges with a little bit of sandpaper and then I painted it black. And here's the results for the tea light candle holder. Thank you guys for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video and I hope you got some inspiration from it. Have a great weekend and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!